This is the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Inside the ring, outside the ring, it's all here.
We're talking about the greatest sport of all, professional wrestling.
Now here's your host,
the cream of the crop,
Nick Dieterding.
Come on!
Welcome to the Universal Wrestling Podcast. My name is Nick Dieterding. Thank you for tuning in. On this episode, I go one-on-one with JTG, a really good conversation. We talk his OVW days, the Warrior Award, tagging with Shad and Dirty Dango, and much more. But before we get to the interview, two quick things. One, big things are happening here at the Universal Wrestling Podcast, so make sure you give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter for all the latest news. And two, my next guest is Hall of Fame worthy. Yes, I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. Tim from the Wrestle Index will be here too. So without further ado, let's get to this interview with JTG. I want to start off with this year's Hall of Fame. Shad Gaspard received the Warrior Award, and you made an appearance with his family. Can you take us through that day and, what that meant to you?
Oh, man, that day meant a lot to me, and I was happy to be there. What you guys saw was not planned. It kind of happened last minute. When I got to the building, everybody was happy to see me. I looked great. I was in good spirits, and they could pick up on energy. They picked up on that. And then we were in catering. I saw John Laurinaitis, and he was happy to see me. He's the guy who hired me. He gave me the call, so I'm a Johnny guy, you could say.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's
good. I don't know. Maybe I should cut that out.
Yeah, let's edit this part out. But yeah, he was like, "Hey, so are you doing anything tonight?" And I was like, just gonna be sitting with the talent on the stage, during the Hall of Fame." And he was like, "Okay, let me see what I could do." And I'm like, "All right." And then then that was the last we spoke of it. And then Araya was with me, and I told Araya, "Look, if we by any chance have an opportunity to do the me and your dad's handshake, let me teach it to you right now." So me and him went through it a couple of times. He was cool. He got it. All right. And then I was prepared. And then when we sat on stage, no one said nothing about about me escorting Ciliana and Araya. So I just kind of left it alone. Didn't even think too much about it. And then as the show was going on, and then Shad's vignette played, I got the tap on the shoulder to come down the aisle with Araya and Ciliana. And it was
That's awesome. Yeah.
That moment was didn't know it was going to be that impactful and how powerful it was to a lot of Cryme Tyme fans and the WWE.
Absolutely. Yeah, very powerful. Just such a great moment, and it was so cool to see you there too. Because I think the fans and the fan in me wanted to see that. Obviously, it's all about the family and the award and what he did, but it was nice to see you there. That you made an appearance. So that's awesome. Now you brought up Johnny Laurinaitis, and we don't have to go into that, but I want to know how you got your start in the business.
I got my start in the business officially in OVW, but I started training in North Carolina for a few months.
Okay.
And then I wasn't going anywhere, but I was, around the wrestling business, and I kept hearing everybody talking about OVW. You got to go down to OVW. They're signing so many of the guys at OVW. So I went on the internet, looked up OVW, Louisville, Kentucky. Yep. I had no friends, no family, no relatives, nobody that lived in Kentucky, but it was a sacrifice that I was willing to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living out of a motel at first, and then for a few months, and then Shad helped me get my first apartment, and then OVW, that's where it all started. And I was trained by at first it was Nick Densmore, but when I got there, he had just got the call up to do the Eugene character. Yeah. So we went from Eugene. It was a last minute call. They gave us Mondo from the Spirit Squad.
Yep.
Mikey. Yes,
Mikey.
Yeah. So he was training us for a little bit, and then he got called up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was my trainer, and who became my permanent trainer was Rip Rogers.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. He trained me for years.
Dope.
Yeah, that was dope. Not only did he train us the physical part and the in-ring stuff, but it's the more of the psychology of in-ring psychology and the psychology of the business.
Yeah. Who else was there with you during your OVW days? Yeah.
There was a gang of us over there. We had Santino, we had Elijah Burke,
Nice.
Not on the Pope, CM Punk. I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's so many talent came out of OVW. The whole Spirit Squad, Dolph Ziggler.
Nice. Yeah. He's still killing it too. It's crazy.
He's still killing it. Yeah.
So are you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When did you start in OVW? Because I know in 2006 we had a series of vignettes beginning to air on Raw, hyping the debut of Cryme Tyme. How long did it take you to get from OVW to be caught up to the main roster? Can you take us through the vignettes?
Oh, okay. So when I first got there, I got there when I was 19 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, I got there when I was 19.
Prodigy.
And then I got signed when I was 21. So do the math, 19.
Yeah.
20, yeah, two and a half years, I'll say.
Damn.
And then soon as I got signed, a few months later, I was called up. I got signed in June of 2006, and I was on the road. That's pretty much that summer, but we debuted in October.
Okay. Yeah. Wiki says we started to see vignettes in 2006 in September.
Yeah.
How did that go? Could you take me through that?
Oh, that was my first taste of fame.
Yeah.
That was my first taste of fame. I remember leaving the arena and people were like, "Oh, those are the guys from the vignettes. Oh, crap!" And I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
me?"
Yeah.
My phone was blowing up. I was getting a bunch of text messages. My number, MySpace.
Oh shit! That was in 2006. Damn.
Yeah. MySpace was killing it back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that the idea to bring you and Shad up as a tag team, Cryme Tyme?
Yes. So we were doing the vignettes in OVW.
OVW. Okay.
Yeah, we were doing the vignettes there. We were doing the Cryme Tyme gimmick there.
Okay.
Yeah, not so much the gimmick. We had the look, and we were just asked to do some vignettes one week because we were wrestling every week. They were like, "Okay," Al Snow said, "You don't have to wrestle every week to get over. Go do something out. Go get a cameraman and go shoot something." And we were like, "Okay, we'll go out
why
there.
not? Yeah,
we'll have some fun." We got a cameraman. We asked a bunch of favors and we put our own vignettes together. And WWE saw that and they wanted that on Raw immediately.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Thank you.
You did a lot, man. I mean, even with we always bring it up, John Cena and JBL with the limo and all that. How was it to work with John Cena?
That was a great learning experience. Because he was correcting like little stuff that, just to, if you wanted to be in the main event scene, he definitely had experience doing that. So when I was so used to opening, shows with Shad, because the first match is usually to get the people off their seat, and we brought a lot of energy, so that was our role, and we that we were okay with that. We did what we had to do in the main, and then in the main event, that's a totally different role. And if you ever get an opportunity to be in that position that I was in, I wasn't necessarily the main event, but I was a part of the main event. It was a great learning experience, and he corrected me on a lot of things that I'm not supposed to be doing in the main event that I was conditioned to do when I was in the. So it was a great learning experience.
Yeah, Cryme Tyme. You can go back and think about it, like money. Yeah. There's just so many things as fans. It's like, now for me, it was like the entertainment aspect is like, wow, that's what I want to see. How did that come to be? Money. Yeah. Because it may sound so simple, but with the right sound, I don't know, just the right character. Exactly.
Shad actually came up with it.
Oh shit. Was he saying it? Was he just like saying it, like driving and shit when you guys were going town to town?
No. It was we were shooting our first vignettes that we shot for OVW.
Okay.
And he booted one guy. He booted one guy in the face, and we just didn't want to. We were counting the money,
Yeah.
And it was just felt so cold. There was nothing there. And then I think the second time we did a second take, he started singing money, money. And I started going along with it. Yeah, money. Yeah, and I'm like, where the hell you got that from? That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I got it from Bernie Mac from Players Club. You know, when
take it from one of the greats.
Yeah, when the ballers came in, he had to alert all the strippers that the ballers were in, so you push the button. Look, money, money. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, as a wrestling fan, I had no clue. I just thought it was something you guys came up with.
Yeah, we took a lot of stuff from Friday.
Yeah. Why not? It was such, great movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, man. Now let's get to it. 2010, Gaspard attacks you. And essentially 4 years into it, I thought it was a little too soon, but 4 years into it, you guys break up. How did that come to be? I mean, like, was it something that you thought needed to happen at that time? Or was it, maybe, it was necessary just to, you had that inspiration for a singles run?
Well, the tag team climate in the WWE at that time, they were really pushing tag team matches. It wasn't really, they didn't really show too much attention, or they didn't really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we weren't really motivated to be in the tag team division. They're putting guys together who never get two single wrestlers together, and they're winning tag team titles. Yeah. And forcing them down the fans' throat, and we're here a legit tag team.
Yeah.
And the title, so it'll be a little frustrating. And then we definitely talked about doing singles. I think I didn't want it to do like the split like we did.
Yeah.
I kind of just wanted us to like mutually go our ways. One is a face, one's a heel. That's cool, but we don't have to feud. But
exactly.
But they always want to break up the tag teams and make them feud and have a blow off match.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do something different, but I didn't go the direction that one.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing today with the Profits. I mean, they're teasing it so much, and it's just like, don't do it, please. Such a great tag team, and I think it's going to happen, but I don't know. I mean, from your time to currently, the tag team divisions are not great. I mean, of course, the Usos are killing it, and the Profits. I mean, there's so many tag teams that are doing well, but I feel like nothing has really changed, and maybe Triple H, Stephanie, and Nick Khan taking over, maybe something happens,
We'll see.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I'm looking forward to it. At first, I was kind of hesitant on because I was always a advocate for Shane being
yes
company. I'm looking forward to seeing what Shane and Hunter brings to the table and what changes they bring. I know they have a lot of love for the business, the company. So I'm actually this time around excited to see what they do.
Yeah, I think we are too as fans. I mean,
we want something fresh. We're just like, please, at this point, just do something fresh. Yeah. I'm still a fan. I'm a performer, but I wouldn't be where I am today if I wasn't a diehard fan.
Yeah, exactly. As much as Vince,
I want the business to be successful.
Yeah, and as much as Vince was, everything a genius, and pretty much my entire childhood. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You thanked Vince on Twitter. I mean, what does he mean to your career? And obviously, this podcast is not about politics. It's just about talking wrestling. So if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to answer that. I'm
definitely comfortable with that. Vince means he's an icon. He's like, he belongs on every wrestler's wall.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that. Yeah, politics aside.
Yeah, politics aside, he made wrestling what Disney. He made WWE Disney pretty much. Mm-hmm. He's our Walt Disney man.
Yeah.
The evil genius.
Yes, that's perfect.
Hulk Hogan in the 80s was our Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's time to move on, and Raw showed it in the ratings. Not that really, not that ratings mean anything, but it shows that, change is good. Change is good. And change happened to you near, May 3rd, 2011, you became a pro on NXT Redemption, the birth of NXT. How was that? Because The first couple seasons were okay, but then when they got shifted over to sci-fi, I don't know. I don't know what the deal was,
Oh,
but
I forgot about that. Wow, they got
yeah,
shifted to the Sci-Fi Network.
the idea was there. How was it? What did they say to you? Did they say, yo, you're going to be a pro? You're going to do? I think it was who? Jacob.
I'll be totally, yeah, Jacob. I would be totally honest with you. Before we got we went out there. John Laurinaitis was blunt with us. He's like, look, you guys, we don't have nothing too much going on with you guys right now. So this is the role you're in right now. You can't make this a home run. We're gonna have to give you guys your papers. Like we're sorry. So have as much fun as you can with this. And your jobs are pretty much on the line. I'm like, God damn, all right. Well, at least I'm like a straight shooter. Shit. So
Wow.
So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make the best out of it. If not, oh shit, I'm gonna have fun with it.
So he told you in 2011.
Oh
right
yeah,
before.
He told a bunch of few guys, there's a bunch of us guys in the room, and he was like, yeah, you guys need to, make the best out of this.
Yeah, that's crazy. What is that? A year that you knew? A year that you knew you were on the chopping block, and then.
Mm-hmm.
How was that, dude? Just a year knowing that? I mean,
it's the nature of the beast. We're in the entertainment industry, so you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Yeah, that is true. But how was that experience? I mean, knowing that, and then also this is a first of the NXT, like this is the birth of NXT. How was that knowing you were, not going to be there for?
Well, for me, I was always confident in my in-ring ability and more so my entertaining ability. So I just knew if I was given a platform to express my creativity, show my personality, I'll get over. So NXT. So I actually got excited when he said that. And it also was a fire under my ass too.
Yeah, that's very true.
Some guys took it like, with their head down. I'm like, all right, you got an opportunity. You better make the best out of it.
Yeah, and I think as a fan, you could see that you got bigger. I mean, you look great now, but you could tell that like you had a fire under your ass.
That NXT conversation we had before NXT, that was us to prove ourselves. Yeah, pretty much. Like make the best out of this opportunity, and if then you keep your job. But if it tanks, then you go down with the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you put up a fight.
Huh? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Like I said, just the way you looked, the way you acted, it was great. It was kind of like Chris Masters on his way out, dude. He got in shape. He looked great, and he just did as much as he could. But shit happens. Like you said, it's a business.
Yes, it's a business. You can't get your feelings involved.
Yeah. So let's talk some current. I mean, you are now with Dirty Dango under the name Dirty Sexy Boys. How is it, man? It just seems like you guys are having so much fun.
Yeah, we're having too much fun and we're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And shout out to Chris Masters. I know we were just talking about Chris Masters, but he's the one that came up with the tag team name Dirty Sexy Boys.
Yeah.
We were in the locker room and we were trying to come up with a name like, what should we call ourselves? I'm Jay the God.
Yeah.
We're Dirty and Dango. Like I said, man, you guys are dirty, sexy. You guys are dirty, sexy boys.
There you go.
Let's roll with it. I don't even want to wrap my head around this anymore. Let's go with that.
It's perfect. Yeah. How is the locker room in NWA? There's a lot of guys there, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of locker rooms in my almost 20-year career. And NWA is definitely in my top three. They handpick their guys. They know who brings something not only to the ring but to the locker room. Good attitude. They're the team player, because if wrestlers could have egos, and which could affect the locker room, that could affect the product, because nobody wants to put another person over. Everybody's there to help each other out, make each other look good. We're all there to tell a story.
Yeah, preach. I love it. Yeah. 2022 quarterfinals of the Crockett Cup. You went one-on-one with the Briscoes. How was it? I mean, they're just such an amazing tag team. To see you and Dirty Dango having
Yeah,
so much fun in the ring with the Briscoes. I mean, how was it? I got to hear it.
man, putting that match together was fun. That was my first interaction with them.
Okay.
First match. That was my first time ever working with them.
Yeah.
And they're such professionals, man.
Yeah.
They have such great ideas, easy to work with, and like I said, the NWA handpicked their talent, and everyone who's been in NWA has been easy to work with, no egos. We're there to make sure we put over the brand before we put over our own brand ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man. What's next for you guys?
For Dirty Sexy Boys, we'll see. I know that there's a pay-per-view coming up at the end of the month.
Okay.
Tag team tournament. So we'll see what the DSP will place.
I love it. I love it. Not going to keep you too much longer, but the best Cobra cell in the business.
Yes,
Dude,
I'll take that award.
I love it. I love it. Is that something on your way out? You're like, fuck it, let's do it, Or
I
is
didn't
it
know
just...
that was I had no idea that was my last match.
Okay.
I had no idea. I think because I did that cell, it was my last.
No, I don't think so.
They said he can't get no higher than this.
Yeah.
He's ever gonna have to be known for. Just send him out now.
Yeah. I love it. Was that something you talked to Santino about, or was it?
Yeah, because I've worked Santino plenty of times. He's we trained together, so we were always one of my best friends in the business. Because as Santino and I, we could go months, even years without talking to each other, but when we see each other, we always catch back up, and the vibe is still there. So every time we worked each other, he always gives me the Cobra, but I always wanted to top my last Cobra cell.
Yeah.
I think I did like 2 Cobra cells before that. It was cool.
Yeah.
But how am I gonna top that? I'm like, I got it.
Yeah. I love it. Jay, you the man. Thank you so much for coming on. Where can the people find you? Give them what they want.
I'll give them what they want. Yes. You can find me on Instagram at JTG 121084. If anybody's wondering what the numbers are, it's my birthday, December 10th, 84. So you don't forget JTG 121084. Twitter, JTG 1284. And if you want a sexy as hell beard and you got locks and you got a sexy as hell body, going over to shbeardcare.com. I got skincare, beard care, lock care, help you get that full sexy growth.
There you go.
Not only am I how that saying go? Not only am I the customer, I'm the CEO.
There you go. Yeah, I've never heard that one. Part of the Dirty Sexy Boys. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. You the man.
On NWA, exactly.
Yes.
Dirty Sexy Boys on NWA. Fight team.
Go. Jay, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You can find us on Twitter at the UW Pod and Instagram at UW Podcast. Peace.
Peace.